And they came on the council in '86. Long about '92, Joe Leaf stepped down as mayor, Dr. Andrews became the mayor, and I was asked to chair something we call the Downtown Development Committee. And downtown was largely about a half block of Main Street. We were 1 block deep as far as the development of downtown had occurred, and we were a lot of parking lots. And we were trying to develop a retail facility on something called, which is now known as the MacArthur Center. And we were trying to create a community college in downtown, which we hoped would help us bring back Granby Street. We actually convinced Nordstrom's to be a part of a development before we had a developer. And so they took a bet on us. And then the Taubman Company came in and we convinced them to be a part of this. I remember it was December the 15th, 1995, when the Taubman board voted to fund the construction of the MacArthur Center. And it was in late January, I think it was January 26th, that we actually had a groundbreaking. Just earlier than that, the General Assembly had funded the creation of a community college in downtown. We were one of the largest cities in the country not to have a community college. We started work on it in '94. We opened it in '97. And those two entities working together, the MacArthur Center.
2, 1.
Together with the community college, really breathed life into downtown. Other developments occurred. Granby Street came alive. Waterside was reborn. And now we see the benefits of some of that planning and some of that hard work that occurred a couple of decades ago coming to fruition and what we see now in downtown. The downtown needed to grow beyond just the central business district.
It's really the downtown of a region of 1.7 million people. And that's how Mayor Fraim is. It's not the small, it's the bold, it's big, it's the vision. And so for him, always building the downtown, it's never been about Norfolk's downtown, it's the region's downtown. It makes us all better. He's built this bridge that connects all the past success stories with where we're going in the future. So it's great to have Fortune 500 companies downtown, but it's also great to have pop-up shops. And that's what he does so well.
Hello, Paul. They have obviously offered me a lot of money to offer some complimentary words about a fellow cadet. In all seriousness, I truly appreciate your leadership over the years in Norfolk as our mayor. Pam and I have called this our home for over 10 years, and we have thoroughly enjoyed living here, and so thank you so much for your leadership. I want to especially thank you as a healthcare provider for all that you've done to advocate for King's Daughters and Eastern Virginia Medical School. They're just a tremendous asset for Hampton Roads and also the Commonwealth of Virginia. I've enjoyed working with you over the years in the best interest of Norfolk and the Commonwealth of Virginia. And so Pam and I wish you nothing but the best as you leave the office of mayor in Norfolk. Good luck to you, Paul.
We actually stopped and looked at ourselves. We had a conference that was sponsored by the Downtown Norfolk Council that we could design a program that would attract more people to live in downtown. If we could get 5,000 people to live downtown, we could create enough critical mass that the retail should work, the arts should work, the business should work. And so out of that we fashioned sort of a housing first policy, that any reuses of old properties we ought to first consider for housing. Some developers have seen the wave coming of a younger generation, we call them millennials, who are moving back to the city. Norfolk gives you that authentic urban experience. And it's because of our age, but also because it's a center of initiative, innovation, collaboration, the sort of things that move cultures forward, certainly moving the region forward. So if you want to do business in Hampton Roads, if you want to have a quality experience for your employees, not something artificial, then downtown is where you want to be, downtown Norfolk. what we're seeing today, for instance, with ADP coming to town, they were actually looking at us before we knew it.
Congratulations to my great friend, Mayor Paul Fraim. Paul, this Lifetime Achievement Award from the Downtown Norfolk Council is richly deserved. I cannot think of another person more deserving of this honor. Congratulations. You have worked tirelessly for Norfolk and the Hampton Roads region for 3 decades. You've led the resurgence of your city and the downtown to the envy of other cities across the Commonwealth and the entire globe. During our time working together, you have helped pave the way for thousands of new jobs across the city, new residential and commercial development projects, and the vital expansion of the Port of Virginia. I cannot thank you enough for all that you've done to make Norfolk the greatest city in the world. Congrats.
Mayor Fraim was willing to address some challenging issues like homelessness, like poverty. So he's not just a bricks and mortar mayor. He's a mayor that understands how important it is to have a diverse community, how important it is to embrace the military, how important it is to have a city where when we go to bed at night, everybody takes some pride in this wonderful place.
For a city that, like ours, which is beginning to prosper again, what's important is that everybody move forward together. There are people who are not enjoying some of the renaissance that the rest of the city is experiencing. And it's about doing what's right. It's a moral issue, but it improves school attainment, crime rates, social service needs, you name it. If you really do believe that that you need to take care of your poorest neighbors, then trying to attack poverty in the long term is not only the right thing, but from a public policy standpoint, from the economy standpoint, it is the thing to do.
Hello, Paul Fraim. It gives me great satisfaction to congratulate you on the Lifetime Achievement Award being bestowed by the Downtown Norfolk Council. I cannot think of a person who deserves this more than you. We first met when I was on City Council in Richmond in the 1990s and you were mayor. Then I became mayor and we got to know each other more at state and national mayors events. And I have watched you be a mayor's mayor, leading Norfolk and the Hampton Roads region ever since. Your impact on Norfolk and downtown in particular reaches beyond economic development and job creation. You've been a champion for education, from early childhood to postgraduate education, fighting to end homelessness, fighting to address and be honest about the challenges of sea level rise in Hampton Roads. You've led Norfolk through some challenging times like the federal sequestration and a couple of economic downturns during your time as mayor. But you can look around you anywhere in downtown Norfolk or all throughout the city, indeed all throughout the region. And Norfolk is a better place because of your leadership, your dedication, and love for your hometown. Your city's going to miss you, but you've paved the way and laid a great foundation through all the work that you've done. So I offer you my solid congratulations. Look forward to celebrating with you in person, and I thank the Downtown Norfolk Council for honoring you with this presentation.
I've gotten older. No, clearly my experience on the council, my time in office, I've learned a great deal. When I came on the council, there were some giants in City Hall. When I became the mayor a couple years later, we were all singing from the same hymn. I was just, trying to keep the ball moving forward. And I've learned a lot about that. I've learned that what really matters is perseverance. I don't think I've ever been accused of being especially visionary or charismatic or intellectual, but what I am is determined. And we've made progress one step at a time here, but over time it's headed up, and I'm proud of that. In a city as diverse as ours, with so many different points of view, I think the first, the first thing you worry about as mayor is how do you keep it together? Cities don't back up. Sometimes what really matters is action. Even if you're not, you're not right on target, moving things forward, having some action, getting people involved is worth the effort. So my goal as mayor has been to hold the center, keep people together, and then move it forward.
I've known Paul since I got involved in Virginia politics in the mid-'80s. He has been a great leader for Norfolk, for the region, for the state. When I was governor, there wasn't a time that I didn't visit with him, that he didn't have another specific project where he needed the state's help or assistance, and he was always in there pitching for Norfolk. I and other governors often encouraged Paul to run statewide, but his love, his focus, his attention was his great city of Norfolk in Hampton Roads region. The whole region is richer for his service. So Paul, for your friendship, for your support, for your counsel, for your always willingness to nudge me and others on behalf of the great city of Norfolk, thank you for that great service. Thank you for that friendship. And I look forward to continuing that friendship for many years in whatever you do going forward. Congratulations.
I'm really proud that there's been sort of a changing of the guard, and with the city manager, Marcus Jones, and the people he's brought to city government are offering really wonderful leadership, and so that gives me a great deal of comfort in being, and stepping aside. When you see people returning to the city, the growth in the population that has occurred, the increase in the number of jobs that are here, the increase in the quality of life that has occurred, we have a budget that's structurally balanced. We're producing surpluses. We have a very moderate tax rate now. We made a lot of progress, and I think people are, for the most part, satisfied. But again, trying to hold the middle, keep people together in a diverse population, and then move it forward. And that takes time, but we've been able to do that, and I'm proud of that. I've had a good run, and I really appreciate the citizens supporting me so well, and the community supporting me so well. I'm prepared to support somebody else now.
One of the things I admire about you so much is that you believe that everyone should share in the success. And that's great. That's contagious. I believe in the same thing. The other thing that I've noticed about you is that it's very difficult for you to celebrate. It's very difficult for you to take the credit for something. So take credit for this one. You're the quarterback. We're at the goal line. Don't hand the ball off. Don't pass it. Take it yourself. Quarterback sneak over the top. Score the touchdown. Spike the ball, and have fun.